Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for this opportunity to take you through our Thursday skills training. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Let me see some good evenings on the chat. Let me see some excitement on the chat. If you're excited for this particular training, let me see some fires. Good evening and some fires for me. Give me some psych, guys, so that we start in a good note. Congratulations for attending. 70 of us already in. If your team member is not in here yet, you have 1 minute to just tell them, come in, come in, come in. I'm not seeing you in the training because this one is not one to miss. This one is not one to say, I'll watch the recording because we know that is a lie sometimes. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, so I'll just jump straight in. Let me just share my screen. I can see you can hear me clearly. I just have a few slides, not a lot, but yeah. I have just a few here. I know I have ASs in the room. If you're an assistant supervisor in the room, I want to see, a one. If you're an assistant supervisor, let me see a one in the chat box. Let me see a one in the chat box if you're an assistant supervisor. Let me just stop sharing for a minute. Let me see our assistant supervisors. Let me see a one for all ASs. All ASs. That way I'll know you're very keen in here. Wow, 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 wow. A lot of ASs in the house today. I have brilliant news for you today. I have something really important I want to share with each and every one of you. Good evening. Thank you so much for responding. I love the response. Let me go back to sharing my screen again. Yeah, so yeah, I was saying I have something very important that I want to share with you today. Probably not your first time listening to such a training, but I'm telling you, it will be different today. It's going to be different. I'm sure you're seated there and you're hungry for success. I'm sure you're there and you really want to get to tick your dreams, your goals, and you know what? You picked the right vehicle. I'll say that you picked the right vehicle to help you tick those dreams that you have. So congratulations for joining today. And this is going to be an amazing session, as I said earlier. And who am I? I'll just introduce myself. I'm an excited forever business owner. I'm a manager in the business. Agnes Ndemo is my name. And I honestly love this business. Been doing it for the last 6 years, going to my 7th in December. And, I love helping individuals succeed. And actually, that is why we are here. That is why we are here. We are here because we want to learn. We are here because we are, we want to learn how we can help each other get to the next level. That's the aim of this meeting. And we know we have the best business on earth. So if you just joined us, if you're a PC and you just joined us or you just joined the business, I must say you are more than blessed to be here at a time like this, and karibu sana to the business. And I'm sure this presentation or this training will be impactful to you as well. So what I want you guys to do is take a pen and paper and be very keen on this training, because one thing I note on our trainings, out of the 70 of us, we are heading to 80 people in this training. I know, I can just say 50% of this 80 or 70 people in the meeting, listen till the end, and are very keen with notes written down. And out of this, let's say 50 people, 10 to 20 will implement immediately. So I want to just ask you one question. Do you want to, are you that person who is above average? The average person, or are you below average? I want to see, are you below or above average? Write for me in the chat box. Where do you want to be? Are you an implementer? After this, you'll implement very fast, or you'll be slagging and you're not keen in the meeting. So as I've said, have a pen and paper ready, and be very, very keen till the end and be among, I'd really love for you to be among the above average people in the meeting. So actually, as I start this meeting, I want everyone to assume you're an AS, even if you're a manager, you're a senior, you're a diamond, sapphire. I want you to assume like you just started the business, you've gotten to AS or you're heading to AS. Let's put all levels aside. Let's humble ourselves today and level down to that, mindset of an AS, and I'll just start by asking, why did you join Forever? I want you to ask yourself this question. Why did you really join Forever? The reason I'm asking this is if you do not know why you joined the business, really, it will be hard for you to move and succeed in this business because I know nobody forced you to be here. I know if I ask each and every one of us here, nobody held you at gunpoint and said, join Forever or, die, you didn't join because Linda, forced you. You didn't join because, Catherine joined. You didn't join because your upline joined. Maybe they inspired you and their story inspired you, but you didn't join because, I may join too. So you just joined, No, that cannot be the reason. Rather, I know you joined the business because of you. You joined the business because of you. You joined the business because you want to change your life. I know you joined the big business because you might be at a place whereby you are tired of where you are and you want to step up. You might have joined the business because you really need to succeed. You might have joined the business because you are probably broke and you really need money. You've joined maybe because you are up to your neck on debts, and you are not well able to service them very well as maybe you thought when you were taking them. Maybe you're here because that salary is not enough, and you need more. You need more for your family. You need more for shopping. You need more, to support your family, and even maybe you're here because you want to change your generational story. Each and every one of us have the reasons why we join Forever, and I want when I was talking about why you joined Forever, those reasons or that particular reason that clicked in your mind, I want it locked. I want that goal, you have it locked in your mind right now. Why you joined Forever in the beginning, whether it was 30 years ago, whether it was 10 years ago, whether it was 5 years ago, a year ago, a few months ago, or you just joined. I want you to have that locked in your mind right now as we continue with this training. And I want you to do something even moving forward. You make that why, something you remember every day, like the way you are asked, what is your name? My name is Agnes Ndemo. You never forget, like that should be locked in your mind like that, you remember it every day. The beginning of everything, honestly, I'll just say is your reasons, or is that one reason, even before we start on anything. So apart from that, then the next thing I'll say is, you stick to those reasons no matter what. No matter what, stick to those reasons, no matter the challenges that come, no matter what happens to you, I want you to stick to those reasons because it's the most important motivation. It's a motivating factor that will help you move very fast in the marketing plan, that will make you, want or, get to achieve everything that Forever has to offer. Sorry. So basically now that is where, I want your mind to be at as we start this training. Yeah. And apart from that, there are things that, yes, you have your reasons, but there are things that you're supposed to do that will help you succeed in Forever Living products. So when you start, honestly, you're always very excited and you see yourself achieving everything Forever has to offer. You see yourself as an eagle, you see yourself as a centurion, or even more, you're at Honami's level, when you start, and frankly speaking, maybe some of us don't know what we are supposed to do when we start, the business, or when we join the business. So in order for you to succeed in our business, there are basics that you need to really learn. There are basics that you really need to have, to do each and every day. And they are very normal and simple. You do not have to overcomplicate anything. The good thing about this business, it's a copy and paste business. And at the same time, also, you do not have to invent the wheel again. You just do the basics. Even when you level up to supervisor, when you level up to manager, you still stick to the plan. Nothing changes. Stick to the plan. Nothing changes. And I'm going to share those basics and how they will help you pivot, to supervisor level. And later on, I'll share a plan to supervisor too. Yeah. So I'll start by asking, why supervisor? Before even I get to this basics, why supervisor? Why should you? Why get to supervisor? So the first thing I'll like you to note down is when you are joining forever, yes, you've joined, you're an AS, your PC going AS as soon as possible. When you're going, when you are at that level, the next thing you need to ensure is you get to supervisor as soon as possible. Once you've joined the business, you need to know that supervisor is our core rank, or it's a stepping stone to all ranks in the marketing plan. And you should be doing it in the first 3 to 4 months of your business. But if you've been an AS for long, the next 3 months, the remaining months of the year, you can definitely do it. It doesn't matter what has been happening the last 9 months. It does not matter. The next 3 months, you can put in laser focus and get done with it and get to supervisor, or start doing a supervisor kind of business and leave the assistant supervisor kind of business. So that is very, very, doable, because as I've said, it's a stepping stone. Supervisor will take you to manager. And then after manager, you go Eagle manager. After Eagle, you are a CBQ qualifier. And, you are now able to have your name on all levels in the marketing plan, and all you need to start this kind of ripple effect is this stepping stone that is called supervisor level, not assistant supervisor, supervisor level. If you're an assistant supervisor, you need to know the next step is supervisor level. So have a thing of, once you're an AS, now you're doing 30% discount, but now you're moving up, to 38% discount. Every stock that you're taking from Forever Living products, it's at 38% discount. So that means you're unlocking, number one, a new discount level, a higher discount level that is more money for you. Apart from that, it means you're also unlocking team leading bonuses. And these team leading bonuses, it means you're fully benefiting from the people you've brought in the business. You're no longer an assistant supervisor who is leading other assistant supervisors or PCs. You are an exemplary leader, apart from the money, it shows you're having exemplary leadership, and you are inspiring others, even in your team, to be supervisors. Honestly, when you're having a team and you are an assistant supervisor, you started, because when you're a PC, if you're a PC is a preferred customer. If you're a PC and here and you've not yet, that is the if you're PC here and you've not yet gone to assistant supervisor, you cannot build a team. So get to assistant supervisor and start building a team, because when you get to when you now grow to supervisor level, your team members, actually, they don't draw inspiration from very far. You have to know that your team looks at you, not anybody else. Your team normally looks at you. So if you get to supervisor, it inspires them a lot to move. It inspires them. You start seeing people doing a lot, and they start even growing to supervisor level themselves, because you yourself as a leader have shown that it is possible. And that way you are having an excited team of people with money. You are able to retain your team as well. So being supervisor, it's not just for you. And that's why I'm calling it supervisor business. It's not a position. It's a supervisor kind of business. And you're looking at people, that means you're helping people, make sales, start building a team, and they're being paid bonuses and profits, and that way you're able to retain people in your team. That is, when you compare it to an AS leading an AS, number one, you're no longer earning, from the volumes that your assistant supervisors are doing. You're no longer you're just earning from PC. So do not just be excited about profits alone. Fully earn the bonuses that Forever has to offer. Wacha kuiacha ipite, So now decide, you are going to grow, and now when you grow, you're also training your team to do the same and grow with you. So that's why I'm saying, why supervisor, it means there's exemplary leadership, and it now shows there's something happening in your organization, And then apart from that, it also helps with your belief system. Getting to supervisor, trust me, you start believing you can go manager. You start even seeing yourself as an eagle manager, You start seeing yourself as a manager and beyond. So what is it that now we do? Now let's get to what we do. Now that is why supervisor. So the first thing I'll say is you need to start talking to new people every day about Forever Living products, share with everybody out there, what you have, and that way you start building a team, build people and also support these people. Yeah. It's not just about sharing the business. It's also about the coaching services you're giving, the support system that you're giving. And apart from that, it's a business of helping and working with people. Yeah. That's one thing you should note. Yeah. And apart from that, you need to understand that just to reiterate, this business is about talking to people. It's about sharing the business opportunity. That is the first product that this business offers. This is not a sales job. This is not a sales job. I'll say that again. One thing I've learned over the years, network marketing or Forever Living products being under the industry of network marketing, it's about the first product you provide to people is the business opportunity. So that is something that needs to to stick in your head. And the major activity, one thing that Jim Rohn says is you need to be in front of a new person. You're having two sets or even more sets of eyes in front of you. And these are new people that you are showing the business, and you need to note that this is not, you need to know that this is one of the major activities that will take you far in this business, and that one I'll tell you for free. It is the most important thing that will take you far. There are these activities that we do, minor activities, but this is one major activity that will really, really take you far. So take note of that. Always have new people, in front of your face or on Zoom that you're sharing the opportunity with, Number two is sharing the products that we have, the products that we sell every day, the benefits of the products. You do that with a lot of confidence. You do that with a lot of enthusiasm, and you'll see yourself, grow. Apart from that is attending every training that you have, because when you become knowledgeable, you really improve a lot in our business. You really improve a lot. So like we are doing right now. Congratulations for attending this meeting. The fact that you're here, you'll come out of here with something. You'll not be the same person that you came in as, So this is these main habits, develop you so much, and they help you grow to the next level. I've said recruit, retail, attend trainings. And another thing I'll say is personal development is very key if you want to go supervisor, honestly, and positive self-talk, This one really helps you in terms of challenges and discouragements and low times, because those things you will face in business. Those things you will face. So you need to go that extra mile, and read books. And these things are usually recommended very free. I love Forever because we have leaders that are ready to give you everything, to spoon feed you, So do not be that spoiled brat downline. I'll just say that even if you're a manager and you have an upline, I'll say that don't be a spoiled brat. If you've reached a point whereby you're a spoiled brat because you're given everything and you're at a state whereby you do not do anything, can we turn back, and start going that extra mile and reading these books that were recommended, these trainings that you're recommended to go listen to, or you're shared to, so that you listen, so that they help you grow. please, I'll say, attend those trainings. And this one really also helps a lot on your attitude and mindset. There are some of us here who have very smelly attitudes. The moment you just speak like this to a cross line or even an up line or anybody in forever, they just smell that attitude. And when you start complaining, it just starts with complaints, and you just know this person's attitude and mindset. That is the first thing we need to work on. You're complaining about a customer, but the first thing I notice as an upline, or even if you've just talked to me, I'm not even part of your team. I just know your mindset. Hey, you need to work on it. And maybe you've been told several times, but you still stick on complaining. That means you really need to work on your mindset. If you find challenges are putting you down, or you're always on and off when challenges are coming, it means your mindset is not at the right place. This business, 80% of it is mindset. If you believe you can, if you believe you are that person who is going to take your business to the next level, that's what you attract. If you believe you can't, now you become that on and off person in the business, that complainer in the business, and your business does not really grow. It just really takes a long time for you to get to the next level. Yeah. So when you're having personal development, when you yourself are doing that, you're going that extra mile and going to learn things for yourself and reading these books and attending trainings, it really helps on your attitude and your mindset. And I can just say a book that I'll recommend, and you can write this down. It's audiobook. I'll say Be Obsessed or Be Average. When I was going supervisor, that was the book for me. It removed that smelly attitude I had as an assistant supervisor. And I was that, I can just, I was that assistant supervisor who stayed there for months and months and months because I was complacent, I was comfortable. Yes, I was achieving really good results, but I did not see far, because my personal development was, I did not go that extra mile. Yes, I was attending trainings, I was just doing the basics, but going that extra mile really helps you a lot. And going that extra mile, when I say look for that audiobook or that book called Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. Linda, you can help me in the chat box and write it down. Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. I know when you start, you have a very bad mindset when it comes to sales. Most of us, I can say that. Or maybe you even do business with that bad mindset and it's been limiting your potential. When you listen to this, it really helps you a lot, to be honest. And apart from that, all of this you're doing consistently and persistently, especially when it comes to training. It's not that today you're there, tomorrow you're not there. Unapima trainer wa leo anakangaje, ananibo, ako sawa. Please, let's avoid that kind of narrative, because even I read somewhere, actually, I think it was Warren Buffett or these people who are really rich in the world or wealthy in the world. They were saying they'll read even the most boring of books, even if it's as boring as what they know, they'll come out of that place with something. That's what they know. So do not be that person who, you unapima ni nani ana trains, doing things like that. Kindly, let's that is childish. Let's get, because you want to move to the next level, avoid such kind of things and consistently attend trainings. Any Zoom training set, ensure you're giving attention to it, because you get more knowledge for your business. And don't miss anything. You never know what will be there and what will help you grow. You never know that. So ensure that you are doing that. And apart from that, also strive to grow every single month. If you're doing 1cc last month, ensure you're doing 4cc this month. This habit, you're growing. You're not going back 0.5. You're always haywire. Ensure that you're always challenging yourself to go the extra mile. And this habit will help you grow, it will help you grow you yourself. And also it means when you're doing 4cc, when you're doing 5cc, 6cc, it means your team is also growing. There's a lot of growth being seen. So practice this as well consistently over the months to come. So now let's get to going supervisor level. Okay, yeah, let's get to going supervisor level. The next 3 months we are going supervisor: October, November, December. Who is excited? If you implement what I'm going to train you today, we are going to celebrate you in Rwanda, in the stage. Carry your heels. If you're a girl, if you're a man, your suit, tunakubeba. you're walking on stage, on your heels, you're walking on stage with your suit, because you have done it, So if you are a PC right now, I'll just say it again, fight to be an AS, fight to be an AS immediately, that way now you're able to start building a team and you're able to go to the next level. So if you started your PC last month, this month, ensure you're done with it and you're an assistant supervisor. So I'll say when you just join, yes, become an assistant supervisor. And then the next thing is to learn the important skills quickly. And what are these important skills? Number one, it's retailing skills. This is learning how to talk to clients, and you're learning how to talk to clients with passion, with excitement, with the energy, and you're making this out. And remember, there are scripts to do with retailing. Work with your leader very, very closely so that you're having these scripts and they are working to your advantage. Number two, it's the recruiting skills or the prospecting skills. Learn how to collect contacts. That's number one, through social media, through your who do you know list. If that one is already exhausted, you can follow up a second time, third time as you keep on going, but ensure that your list is increasing. You can do LinkedIn, you can do Instagram, Facebook, setting your page very, very nicely, and you're able to collect contacts. I will not go into that because that's not the training for today, but that skill is something that you should learn. Apart from that, there's invitation skills. Learn how to contact people, and contacting, I'll just say, it's not, there are do's and don'ts on these things. And that's why I'm saying it's important to learn and you gain this muscle right now, because if you do not, it will mess you up. There are people I know, you start and you go and you tell someone, hey, there's a business I've started, people are earning millions, you're presenting the business. Stop that. There are do's and don'ts. It's more about collecting that contact. There's invitation skills. How do you invite? You do not share and explain the business on call or when you're meeting a person. No. You're supposed to have a message you've shared with them. Once they say they're interested, you get to share. You get to share the business, and you can learn that we have scripted messages for that, and at least work with your sponsor, and then you show the business via business opportunity meeting. You show the business via a Zoom call, via a one-to-one, via a coffee date, where you'll have the one-to-one, via events like the one happening on Saturday. You should have your people there so that they learn, because it will be done there for you, and it's as easy as that as well. And then once they join, let you work closely with your sponsor to help you close. It's as simple as that. And then also there's the presenting skills. As much as, yes, we have these BPs, we have these Zooms and all of that, sometimes a person can be like, I want to know the business right now. As much as, yes, we are working with our leaders, they will not do that. They will not do this for you all the time. So what you need to do is what you really need to do is ensure that you are learning on how to present. Don't be over dependent on your upline, because honestly, your leaders have the other people they're handling. They have their business to handle, so not all the time they'll be there for you. Sometimes I'll say that. So sit down with your leader and just tell them, teach me how to present, and they will be listening and they'll be correcting you. At first you might mess up, which is totally okay, but as you keep on going, you improve and improve, and you're a very dependent person. You can go any county, any country, and you present the business, and you have people join the business, and you support them. So these are important skills you need to learn. And apart from that, you need to learn how to do your 4CC, your 5CC. This is a key performance indicator in Forever, so it's a process as well. That one I understand. This, the way to do the right things is in Forever is learn how to do this key performance, have this key performance indicator on your system every other month, mastering how to do your 4CC. After learning how, I've told you, you've learned how to retail, you've learned how to prospect, you've learned how to invite, you know how to present, you know how to talk to clients, all of that. So now your business is in some kind of momentum. You've grown into 4CC, you've grown into 5CC, and I want us to build strong supervisors, healthy supervisors. You are strong or healthy supervisors that does not do a minimum of 5 to 10 CC. you get strong supervisors doing 10cc, 5cc on a minimum, they do not miss their 5cc, and I can say there's that point of, you need to note, of becoming a supervisor and also qualifying for supervisor. Those are two different things. And I'll talk about healthy supervisors and unhealthy supervisors, I'm sorry to say, and the difference between the two is when you become a supervisor, you've grown into it. All the skills that I've talked about, all the skills that are needed are tied up with you. You know how to make money, you know how to sustain this supervisor business. When you've qualified for supervisor, assume you have a you have a downline who's doing business like crazy. They are crazy retailers. They're building their teams. They're like a diamond. You have a diamond. And this person, they do everything and they get to their 25 CAS credits, or that is the requirement of getting to supervisor. You'll definitely, because they've done their 25cc, you'll definitely qualify for supervisor, but you just qualified. Sustaining this supervisor kind of business becomes hard, and eventually you start seeing your business, you're a supervisor, but you're behaving like a preferred customer, you're looking like an assistant supervisor still. We've seen that. And it's because someone just came, did the work. You've gotten there, but you really need to become a supervisor. You need to do your forces, even if you have that diamond downlines. It's not a must you have one. You can have 5 of them who are diamonds, or even more. But ensure that your 4cc, 5cc are in. As a leader, ensure that you're still leading from the front, so that you're having a sustainable kind of business. You're not just a qualifier. You've become a supervisor, and you can train and duplicate the same to so many people. So I want us to also be strong supervisors. That is very important. If you're a supervisor and that was your story, I want you to requalify the next 3 months. Requalify, build that muscle again, and be that supervisor who does 10cc very easily, because it is very, very, doable for you. And apart from that, also, I'll talk about, apart from that, I'll also talk about focusing on recruiting, 1 to 2 people monthly. That's also very, very important. Yes, you can become a supervisor without a team. Yes, you can. But you won't enjoy very well. And also the next levels require a team.
Agnes, we've lost you. Agnes, we've lost you. Maybe network.
So, yes. So I was saying now, the next thing is focusing on recruiting. I was saying you cannot go to the next level, manager and all that, if you do not recruit. Yes, supervisor, you can do the 25cc alone, but it's important that you learn on building that muscle of recruitment. And apart from that, also, it's that part of supporting your downlines to do, to make their first sale. That is also another key performance indicator. At least help your new people to make their first sale, their second sale, their third sale. When you're doing that, you're on your way to doing supervisor business. You are on your way to doing supervisor business by supporting. It's not just about building a team and you just let them figure it out for themselves. No, you're helping them, you're coaching them. Even if you do not have the coaching skills yet, work together with your upline manager, with the person who brought you in the business. Work together and learn as they're being taught, and you're learning together. Don't just be a person who presentations are done for you. it's like it's just normal. You when even the Sunday BOMs, the Wednesday BOMs, business opportunity meetings are happening, you're just there. You're just seated. You're not even learning anything. Like this presenter, Marian is presenting. How is she presenting? Marian is doing a master class. Yes, you're learning, but how is she present? I want to do that master class to my big organization that is coming up. Amen. Yes. You look at her and you're like, wow, okay, I love how she trains. I love how she's taken us from here to the next. I want to be a trainer like her. That's how you are an exemplary leader, and you become that. Definitely at first, maybe you're not that, maybe from your workplace, yes, you do that. That's an advantage to you. But if you're here and you have zero presenting skills and training skills and coaching skills and supporting, follow-up skills, these are things that you need to work closely with your upline, manager, or even someone who you like, and you find they're your role model. Go and learn from them. It's very, very important. If you like how our MD does his presentations, you can even reach out to him and be like, wow, I love how you do your presentations. How can you train me? Things like that will really, really help you in growing your business. Apart from that, also, there's also duplication. Yes, you now start doing your 4CC. You start duplicating. Show them how they can master, this 4CC. They've made their first sales. They're growing. Their momentum is growing. Help them now master their 4CC. And I've said you become, it's okay if maybe at first you're struggling with it, but as you keep on going, you can become a 4CC qualifier, you can become a 5CC qualifier, and you as a person going to supervisor, you have first to lead by example, to lead your team by example, by showing them, wow, I've done 4CC, 5CC. That one inspires your team to be like, wow, I can also be a 4CC or 5CC qualifier. So that is very, very important. Don't be a leader who's just making money alone. Definitely, as time goes by, you will lose your team eventually. So build other people, show them that it's possible. They can also go supervisor, but you cannot go supervisor without your 4CC or 5CC. That can never happen. That's where you begin. That's where you begin. Okay. So October, November, December, that qualification should be done. Okay. And then apart from that, now working with these people, working with at least 3 people who are doing 4CC, 5CC, creating that muscle. Oh my God, your business, you will enjoy the business very, very well. That one, trust me, you will love the business. You'll retain your team very well. And remember also, these people are training their own people as well, because doing 5CC, 4CC, honestly, it shows there's good momentum in your business. It shows that you started becoming a leader and you are able to help others make their first sale and become 4CC and 5CC qualifiers. So now let's get to the plan. Let's get to the plan. So now October, November, December. Yeah, I want you to be very, very keen in this part. I want you to be very, very keen. So now remember, when you're going supervisor, what is needed is 25 CAS credit. What is needed is 25 CAS credits in 2 consecutive months. So you can even do it in a month. You can do it in 20 days. You can do it in 15 days. You can do it in the shortest time period. But now the maximum limit is any 2 consecutive months of your business. We have 3 months. So you can start with October as you're jogging up to it, or you can do October, November, or you can do November and December. Yeah. So, or do 1 month, or just finish it in October. We may be even having supervisor qualifiers in this room in October. Congratulations in advance. I'm super excited for you. Keep going. The next remaining days, you can do it. Those who are going in November, congratulations in advance. December, congratulations in advance. We cannot wait to celebrate you in Rwanda. So let me give you a simple plan. Let's start with a crazy plan. I have a slow plan and a crazy plan. Let's start with the crazy plan. So when we start, let's say in October, you do on the minimum, do your 2CC to 5CC. And with this 2CC to 5CC, ensure you are recruiting. Ensure you have, let's say you brought in the person called John, okay, this is the slow plan. Let's start with the slow plan. You've started with John. John comes in, and at least he does his 0.5. John can come in and he does his 2cc as well, 0.5 on the minimum to 2cc. Yeah. So let's say this is inclusive as part of your 2cc to 5cc. So let's say let's just say October on the maximum. Let's put 5cc on the maximum, you know, inclusive of what John has done. Let's say you've not been recruiting, nothing has been happening in your business, but this month ensure you're having one person, you know, join the business, and ensure also yourself you are a 5cc qualifier. Let's begin with that, you know. And on the minimum, you're just doing your 2 case credits if you have not, because if you're an assistant supervisor in here, it means you're well capable. You are very much capable of doing your 2cc. You're very much capable, you know. Let's start there. So in total, October, you'll have done your 5cc, or let's say 2cc. Yeah. Then in November, you have you yourself are still now constant. Your 5cc, remember we're saying hakuna kurudi nyuma. You say you're doing your 5 case credits, yeah? And now remember, you have that plan. You know every month I have to have one new person in the business. Let's say you bring in a lady called Mary. And remember, we've said on this 5cc of yours, it has to include a new person beginning the business. So Mary does have 0.5cc to 2cc, you know, between that range. That is inclusive in your 5 case credits. Remember, you had John in October. John in October, you train him with that muscle, your muscle of doing 2 to 5 case credits on a minimum. And John, to do his 2 to 5 case credits, it's very simple. Or doing his 5 case credits, it's very simple. He introduces one person because this 5cc, you're training your team on every 5cc that they're doing, on every CCs they're doing, they have to include, you know, a new person, you know. You're training them to do the same. Our business is more on duplication. So now let's say there's Anna, and John is able to do his 2 to 5cc. So in total, in November, you've done 7 because you yourself have done 5. Let's say John on the minimum has done 2cc, and that means in total you've done 7cc. And on the maximum, if both of you do 5cc, that is 10 case credits. So remember, those are 2 months. That is October and November. So October and November, what is happening between this, you know, these two? What is happening between October and November is this. It's 15cc. Let's say you did 5cc in October and maybe you know, 10cc in November, that is 15cc. If you did 2cc in October and 7cc in November, sorry, if you did 2cc in October and 7cc in November, that is around 9cc. You've done around 9 to 15cc for the 2 months. You are yet to become a supervisor because the plan is 25cc in 2 consecutive months. But what happens if that is the scenario for the new people? When that is happening, when the company sees October, November, you just did 9 or 15cc, what they do, they normally that is they take your second month, which is November, as your first month. You restart again from November. You don't start from 0. You start with November as your second month. So that will be the 7 to 10cc that you'll have done in November. That counts as month 1. October ilikuwa trial. Now we have December. Now here sasa we stretch. There's no quitting. 7 to 10cc is a really good base. It's a really good base for supervisor. There's no quitting. Now it's stretching time and it's going for everything. December, what do we do in December? You do your 5cc. Remember, you had Mary, that you brought, and Mary, now you're also doing what you did to John in November. Now Mary is doing her 2 to 5cc, and this will include her new person, who is, let's say, Loki. Loki does 0.5cc on a minimum to 2 case credits. That's inclusive on Mary's, 2 to 5cc case credit, yeah? And then you remember you had John. John has now built up his muscle for 5cc. He's no longer doing 2cc. He's building his muscle for 5cc. And remember, John brought in Anna, you know, and John brought in Anna. Sorry, and Anna Anna also is doing the same thing. Remember, Anna was the preferred customer in November, and now she's grown to assistant supervisor. Anna now, she does her 2 to 5 cc. Sorry, I've repeated Loki. Let's say this is Josh. Anna brings a guy called Josh. And Josh, now the 2 to 5 cc, Anna is inclusive of Josh's startup business, So that means Anna will do around 2 to 5 cc, yeah. And then remember, John also is building and stretching as well, and he has a new person called David. Sorry, my screen is a bit hionekani hapo chini, it's a bit broad, but let me try putting it this way. Yeah, so we have John over here, and John basically now brings in David. I hope you are following. So if John is bringing in David, that means if John is bringing in David, that means his 5cc. Remember John's 5cc, he has to include it with a new person. So when you look at this table, when you look properly at this table, it means when you look at this table, it means on that month, if you have been following very well, you will have done around, well, let's start with you. You've done 5cc. Let's start there. Then there's Mary. They say on a minimum, Mary does 2cc together with Loki. Then we have John himself doing 5cc together with David, his new person for December. Then we have Anna, who John brought in November, and Anna is doing 2cc on a minimum. That is a total of 14 case credits. That's 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2. That is 14 case credits. You just have 1cc remaining. Remember, let's say on November, the maximum you did was 10 case credits. You now have 14 case credits remaining in December. So you just push yourself and stretch. You cannot miss 1cc. Your upline, you can work together with your upline and finish that 1cc, and you're a brand new supervisor. Let's say you did the maximum. You did your 5, Mary did her 5, John did his 5, Anna did her 5. So that is 5 times 4 people. That is 20 case credits. And the beauty part about it, you have exceeded what was needed. You have exceeded what was needed. And now, you are enjoying at the supervisor level. And the beauty part about the 20 case credits, that can now even count as your first month to assistant manager level. Can you imagine that? As simple as that. You're working with very few people and you're doing an amazing business. These people, you're teaching them, the way I've said, you're teaching them and you're training them how to make a sale. You're training them, how to recruit. You're training them. They have all these skills, done by you, given, and trained by you. So you do the same things. And I'll say, all of this, it might sound very simple, but I'll also talk about the law of averages that comes in hand when it comes to this plan. When to get John, we started with John. And John, Mary, Loki, Josh, all Kina David, all of them, they need to know this law of averages. Maybe you've talked to 100 people, maybe you've talked to 50 people to be able to get to this 5, to get to John only, So go talk to people. Are you seeing how worth it is to get that one person? And when you look at it, there are people who recruit 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 20 people. Those are massive recruiters, in their team. You can do the same as well. So it's important that you get to that kind of mindset of understanding. Going to supervisor, it's just duplication. It's as simple as that. Can you imagine 2cc 5cc 2cc 5cc and telling everyone in your team, one person. As the month grows, they're building their muscle, and also their business is growing. So as you're going to supervisor, also your team is going supervisor as well. So getting to do business like assistant manager kind of business, manager kind of business. You can even start doing your 50cc very, very sustainably and 60cc very sustainably through this plan, because you're training everybody one person as they join in, one person every month. By the time you're growing, you do your eagle manager you are an eagle. Let us see supervisor in any plan ya eagle manager. Ukienda tu nayo, you know. So it's very, very important that you learn on duplication and you learn this thing of of building a team and working supervisor plan with a team. You can be a crazy retailer, you can do 10cc, 8cc, train your team to do the same. Ensure that you're duplicating yourself. That is what's most important. Yes, you do 20cc, will clap for you, will be happy for you. But if your team is not doing the same, honestly, you just stay, in that same spot for a long time. So it all starts also in the mind. I'll say that it starts in your mind first. I remember when I was going supervisor, the first thing is I started just thinking like, what does a supervisor do? You have to behave like a supervisor. You have to become a supervisor even before you are a supervisor. How does a supervisor walk? How does a supervisor operate? That means you need to be having stock. It means, you can have even buying CCs of faith. That one, I'll talk about it a lot. May love working with stock. If you have 100,000, stop having it in the bank. Go buy stock and move the products. Don't put it under the bed and do that. Don't do that so that we clap for you. You're a 5cc qualifier. Yes, we are happy you are, so that, you're seen on dinners and all that. That is not sustainable. You have to become that 4cc qualifier. You have to become that 5cc qualifier. And that way you'll train your team to do the same, And apart from that, you really need to believe you have, that it's very possible for you to become a supervisor. You have all it takes to become a supervisor, because you are unstoppable, and you will be unstoppable when you have that kind of mindset. And I know this is also possible. You can do it. Have the right work ethic needed to become a supervisor, and remember these key things that I've said from the beginning, and be obsessed. It's your birthright to be someone who delivers. I want you to be here and be thinking like, who has my supervisor position? You look around you and you're like, hey, I need to tell this person about this business. You think like, who has my CCs? Who has my 1cc? Who has my 5cc? Who can I inspire in my team to move? Who can I work with in my team? Who can I help in my team, realize their dreams? And that way we are able to do supervisor kind of business together. That should be your thinking pattern or your state of mind every time if you're going supervisor. Yani ukilala, ukiamka, the only thing you're thinking is how you become a supervisor. Put a vision board, write it on your mirror, go print on a cyber, go supervisor, go to Pinterest, download it, go to a cyber and be like Agnes Mora supervisor, like that. If you're requalifying the same thing, and I'll honestly say, there's a lot of money when you're going from assistant supervisor to supervisor level. It delivers very, very well. And that means your earnings have increased, basically, I just want you to chin up, because you are going to encounter a lot of success in your business. I'm excited for you. And that is the end of my session. I'm Agnes Ndemo, and I'm happy to have you guys on this training. My wish for you is for you to grow. My wish for you is for you to be excited. All leaders here always prepare trainings. My wish for you is to be an excited FBO who's going to the next levels. A supervisor is just the first level. You are going for more. Definitely after Rwanda, I'm sure you'll come back and get to manager, and all leaders prepare these trainings for you, because we want you to realize your dream. So I want you to chin up and just know you are going to have a lot of success, and ensure that you're implementing everything that I've trained today. So that is the end of my session. Good evening, leaders. I'll take the training back to Emmanuel. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, leader. Thank you so much for the awesome training. Guys, how many